What's up? What's up? This your boy JG back with another video on music tips and reviews with JG. Like I always say, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, subscribe to my channel so you be updated on all my latest content. I try to give the best content, try to keep up with the latest in music. Also give tips, have a few tip videos as well. You know, people that's interested in getting in music, music industry, or tips on just basic music things that people need to know. So if you want to keep up on my content, please press the notification bell and subscribe to my channel so you'll be updated on my content. So and also, if you want to support me, Cash App, my Cash App is $jgilzva if you want to support my channel as well. So I appreciate y'all support so far in my YouTube journey. I'm at around 2,400 subscribers, so that's a blessing that people are following me. And also, if you're watching this, you can live chat, put your input in. This is going to be a pre-recorded show, so just send your support super chat if you have a comment, and I'll be sure to answer it during the premiere of this video. And so Meg the Stallion Traumazine album came out. I love the cover, the way the cover is. It shows different facial expressions. When people are going through depression or type of mental health, she showed how she feel on the inside, and she showed how she is viewed in the public eye, how people look at her. And I like on the left side of the album cover, it's like she's very angry. That's probably how she feel on the inside. The stuff that's been happening with her, between her and Tory Lane. She got shot. Everybody knows that, going through legal issues. So I think some things she couldn't talk about on the album, but some things she did. I think she talked about it on a broad level. She didn't get really in depth, which I thought she was going to get more in depth, into things that happen. That's the thing I didn't like about the album. I thought she was going to get more in depth, and of course she has to continue to keep her fan base, people that love the content that she usually give. She's very sexually explicit with her content, her lyrics. She talks about a lot of sexual things, and that's what you get from this album as well. Those who love who's true fans of Megan Thee Stallion, she's gonna have her typical songs on the album. But overall, like the title, like the thumbnail says, I had mixed feelings about the album. Honestly, like I said, I wish she would have got more in depth with the album. But I do like I said, she mixed the album with songs that people love, and then songs where you have to really think, and songs where I felt it was very therapeutic for her to get out. So I'm gonna go through the track list of the songs, and I will let you know what I thought about each song. So we're gonna get to this track list. Like I said, I love the album cover. It came out August 12th. So came out I believe it was last Friday. It came out. NDA, I believe it stands for non-disclosure agreement, if y'all don't know. Produced by Hit Kid. It was a good song. I'm gonna get to my notes. I wrote some notes down, but the beat was simple. I think she's in that zone, in that mode, the way she feel now, like kind of like Cardi B, bloggers, people trying to get clout, especially, you're thinking about, like the Cardi B and Tasha K situation. These people on YouTube, these vloggers, these bloggers, they're trying to get, content, trying to get some gossip going so they can get attention. And I believe she talks about that on this song NDA, that she's really tired of stuff. She wants to possibly end relationships that doesn't do her no good. She's tired of being taken advantage of. That's frequently a theme of this album. She's tired of being taken advantage of. I love the beat. It got that Houston vibe, and it kind of reminds me of like the strings and stuff on it. Reminds me of like kind of like Soul Survivor, like Young Jeezy type track, with the strings and stuff. It's very simplistic, but yeah, the drums it's kind of giving me that Manny Fresh vibe as well on the track. So NDA, it was a good track. I want to say a lot of the beats on the album sound similar. On the first half of the album, they sound similar, and then when you get to the second half of the album, you get more variety. Starting with the song "Her," so I'm gonna get to that. But "Ungrateful," she felt like she was again. She felt like being taken advantage of by other women. Basically, very, very dramatic. Talking about being taken advantage of. People ungrateful for what she did for them. On Ungrateful, produced by Band Play. So she had a lot of upcoming producers on this album. Producers that's not really, really well known, but they're on their way, to being well known. So Not Nice, that was the third track. Not Nice was pretty good. Like I said, the first half of the album, the beats sounded almost the same. Produced by D Sims, P Raw, and SSV. They produced this song. Tired of people, not giving her respect. She talks about in the song paying for another woman's surgery in the song. So I don't know who she talking about on that. And then she's just tired of being humble, tired of people, taking her kindness for weakness. I guess that's what she's getting into. But like I said, I wish she could have got deeper into what she's feeling, because it seems like the album was supposed to be like a therapeutic type of album, and I wish she would have got more into it, on the especially the beginning of the album, so people would know that Traumazine. I like the title Traumazine because it's like she's on like a medication, like she's traumatized by the past, and like this album is supposed to be therapeutic for her to get a lot of things off her chest. And I felt like a lot of songs on the album is still like covering up what she's really going through. It's not really getting it in depth. And then at the same time, she gotta please her fans, but I wish it was more. I wish she could have just at least had one album where she can do her and get things off her chest, and I believe her fans would still appreciate her, if she really got in depth. And I think that will draw more attention to the album and the individual songs on the album. If she had, she kind of sneaked some details of what she's going through, a little more deeper. So Budget, it's a basic typical Meg Thee Stallion featuring Lotto. Lotto's verse was pretty good, but of course, a song with Lotto, they're talking about sex and stuff like that on the song. Her, I like that song. Like a techno house, runway type song. I like that as well. Her, and it's kind of like a woman empowerment type song. It wasn't as explicit as a lot of the other songs. Gift and the Curse, Miss Nasty, Who Me, Red Wine. They was your typical. It was your typical Meg Thee Stallion type vibe on those songs. So I'm gonna go over the producer. I like going to the producer. I left off at Budget. Budget was produced by OG Parker, Romano, and I hope I'm pronouncing their name right. Revi, something like that. And let me go to Her. Her is produced by Cash Money, AP, Young Kyo. So many producers on these songs lately. Murder Beats, Gift and the Curse, Miss Nasty, Bankroll Got It, Diego Ave, and Sean Jarrett. Who Me, Pooh Shiesty, and Red Wine, Bankroll Got It. Wethin, D Willie, and Sean Jarrett as well. And so yeah, those 4 songs is kind of similar. Gift and the Curse, Miss Nasty, Who Me, Red Wine there, and then Scary is a typical Meg Thee Stallion type songs. It's talking about sex and how she can take you from your man. She's into herself. She's kind of like, don't blame me because I'm so into myself. I could take your man type songs. Once you get this, stuff like that. The typical Meg Thee Stallion, what she talks about in her sexually explicit songs. But Anxiety, she kind of got, I think this was like the deepest song she had on the album. Let me get to my notes about Anxiety. I like one line she says, she speaks truth and they still don't believe. I like that part. People don't know how she feel, and then I like the part she talked about her mom. Of course, her mom died. She's no longer here. She talks about she wish, she can see her mom, and she just wish people, say it's going to be okay, not spread rumors and, talking negative stuff about her. She just wished that people say, that she's okay. And so that was what Anxiety was about. Flip Flop, I love the beat. Well, first of all, let me go back. Anxiety was produced by Go Grizzly, so he produced that. So it's a lot of new producers. Flip Flop, that beat went hard. I loved like the nostalgic vibe of that song, the live feel of the song. Kind of had that live 80s R&B vibe to it. But Flip Flop franchise did it, and Lil Jewel made the beat. So it was a lot of tags on the beats as well. Flip Flop was good. She's just talking about, if you had a day in her shoes, you wouldn't, feel the way you feel, because you feel a lot of people was jealous of her. People are wishy-washy, especially her going through these situations that she went through these last few years. She think people, flip-flop on her. And so that was basically what Flip Flop was about, self-explanatory topic, title of the song. And then it goes into Consistency, featuring Janae Aiko. Again, a kind of typical Meg Thee Stallion. She said she want a guy that gives it to her consistently. Basic Meg Thee Stallion song. I guess in normal people terms, or without the sexually explicit, somebody that will be there consistently, sexually and mentally, if you say. But going back to Budget, with Lotto, I think, don't get me wrong, they're very sexual, but at the same time, and I'm gonna be honest, I miss where rappers were flexible or versatile with their subject matter, where like people like Eve, they can do a sexual song, they can do a club song, but at the same time, Eve, people like Eve, man, female rappers like Eve, they can do a song like Love Is Blind, and then they can do a song with Gwen Stefani. They can be versatile. But Meg Thee Stallion, she was versatile, like songs like Sweetest Pie. That was on this album as well. But I feel, rappers like Lotto and Meg Thee Stallion, they need to really go back and study, like Foxy Brown's, Lil' Kim. Just see how versatile they was. They talked about sexually explicit stuff, but sometimes they just get raw, as far as their lyricism. And it just switch it up, not just talk about the same subject. I think that's where this album went kind of short, as far as lyricism, as far as getting real, lyrical with the songs. Not saying every song has to be like that, but kind of give more versatility in that matter. But consistency, Jhené Aiko did good. Star, basically talking about if you with me, you be a star. Lucky Day did good on that. Especially, it's gonna be that typical Meg Thee Stallion vibe. Pressurelicious, I think the song was kind of forced. I heard a interview where she was talking about how the song came about. Future, she sent Future the track, and she paid, I believe she paid Future $250 grand for his verse on Pressurelicious. So, and I heard he did the whole song, he rapped the whole song, and then they broke his verse up where it's just one verse or whatever, and then she added her verse, but she changed her verse after she heard Future's verse. And so, that's how that happened. And so, Pressurelicious, it's about sex. Plan B, everybody heard that song. So she's kind of venting on that song as well. But she kind of, just that raw kind of freestyle vibe to it, old school vibe. Everybody heard Sweetest Pie. And then she had freestyle. South Side royalty freestyle. So, but she still stays true to her Houston background. Where she come from. She always rep Houston. But my closing, the album was good. Like I said, I wish she would have got more in depth with what she's going through. But of course, she has to cater to her fans. She got to give her fans the sexual, explicit things that they love about her. But I wish she got a little bit more on the other side, about the things that's been going on, the feelings she's been going through in her head. She could have had more serious songs on the album, I felt. But it is what it is. But I don't think the album sold. It's predicted. I heard it's to sell like 40,000 units, and album sales is not like it used to be. It used to be. But I'm gonna start giving ratings for these albums, and and this video is the first time I'm really giving a rating, for an album for my review. So I give this album a 6.5 out of 10 because of course she wanted to cater to her fans, but at the same time you have to give something different sometimes because you have to show, different spectrums of you, not just one side, not just covering up all the time, because sometimes you need a therapeutic album in order to get things off your chest. If you think about Kanye, he had those albums where he just wanted to get stuff off his chest, and I feel Meg Thee Stallion could have used this album, Traumazine. It's supposed to be medicine for her to release a lot of things that she's been going through. And I didn't get that body of work that we thought. I think a lot of people was disappointed by this album, that she didn't really get into things that she wanted to get off her chest. So yeah, I give this album a 6.5 out of 10. It was good, but it won't real good, and so I give it a 6.5 out of 10. And also let me know what you thought, what rating you would give this album. Those who heard the whole album, don't just listen to this one or two, don't just listen to one or two songs and say, oh, he's wrong about what the album is about. This is just my view on the album, and some people might think I'm too critical, but I'm a music lover, and I'm fans of artistry, good artistry, and I just felt she kind of fell short. She's a very good rapper. I love the rhythm, I love her vibe, I love her swag, but I felt she could have gave a little bit more on the serious side on this album. I think she had too many albums on the sexual side instead of on the therapeutic side, which she wanted to do. And I gave it a 6.5 out of 10. And so, some people might feel like I'm acting like a old person or whatever, but I think, like I said earlier, I think these female rappers have to have more spectrums of them, more sides of their artistry, not just talking about sex all the time, because that can get kind of played out. After a while, people get tired of you talking about the same thing over and over again on every song, and it can kind of get, even though people love it at the time, it can get kind of old. And so I hope she kind of give more spectrums. I love her on the pop side. I think she should do more pop vibe songs on her albums, like Her and Sweetest Pie. I think she sounds very, very good on those type of tracks. So I wish the next album she give more songs like that as well. Even she can be on the Afrobeat type vibe. I think she'll sound good on that as well. So this been my review of Meg Thee Stallion Traumazine album. I hope y'all enjoyed it. And like I said, give your comments and also subscribe to my channel. Support me on my channel, and so you'll be updated on all my latest content. And also Cash App $ jgilzva. It's on the bottom of the screen, going across the screen. So this has been another video from your boy JG. All right, peace.